What's up, guys? Walker Bucket. Today I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 players who I think deserves at least some all-star recognition. They don't have to be nominated to be an all-star, but they should definitely get a good amount of votes to be an all-star. And some of these players I think should be all-star locks, and some of these players I think should be near an all-star and could be considered all-star snubs, to be honest. But these are all 10 guys who aren't just like the top big dogs like Steph Curry, Luka, Braun, you have the KDs, Giannis and B's, those guys. But guys who at least just deserve some recognition. They didn't really get much recognition last year, but I think they definitely deserve it this year. But before we start the video, you already know it's going to be a banger, so make sure to drop a like, comment down below, any new videos you want me to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. At 80 subscribers, trying to hit 100 soon. But now let's get started. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about these players, but I'm going to talk about them a decent amount, not too much, bro. But first off, we're going to have McCollum of the Portland Trail Blazers, who's currently averaging 26.7 points and 5 assists per game. He's shooting really well, shooting 44.1% from the 3 and 47.3% overall, along with an 84.4% free throw percentage. And with Portland currently doing a pretty good job right now, I think that he clearly deserves it. Some were even saying he was looking like the best player on the team this season, which of course I think Dame has done a little bit better than CJ has. But the way CJ break out, I think he definitely deserves to be in the All-Star game. With Phoenix being currently a playoff team, barely, but they're still in it. So, hey, I think CJ could really make it. The second player we have is going to be Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz, the guy who just got paid and got humiliated for it. But I still think he deserves to be an All-Star this year, to be honest. I think he's looked like the second best center in the West currently. He's averaging 13.4 points and 14.2 rebounds, along with maybe a career high in blocks, along with those rebounds, getting 2.8 blocks per game, and is also shooting 60.2% from the field. And I think he just had like a 20-point game, almost 30 against our Mavs. That was just so tough to see, along with 3 blocks and 3 steals. He's just been the anchor for the Jazz defense, and he's the reason why the Jazz are currently 14-4 and have the best record in the league. So the Jazz definitely deserve 2 All-Stars, and I think Rudy Gobert deserves one of them. But I also think, along with Donovan Mitchell, the third guy I have on my list is going to be Devin Booker, who I think also deserves an All-Star spot, as he's averaged 22.9 points and 4.1 assists, along with 3.5 rebounds. And he shot pretty efficiently as well, shooting 47.3% from the field and 34.1% from the 3. He's looked like the best player on the Phoenix Suns right now, and currently they're the 7th seed in the West, but they have a 9-8 record, which they're doing really well, and it's mostly because their role players have been stepping up a bunch. With Devin Booker being out, though, they have not been winning lately until they just beat the Warriors, but before that they were on like a 3 or 4 game losing streak. It just shows how important Devin Booker is to the Phoenix Suns franchise, and I think him being the best player on this team and potentially leading them to the playoffs, I think he definitely deserves to be an All-Star. The next guy I'm going to mention is Collin Sexton, who I think isn't going to be a confirmed All-Star, but I think he definitely deserves at least some sort of love, averaging 25.2 points per game, and is shooting really well from the field overall, 51.7, 47.2 from 3, 81.1% from the line. He's not a very good playmaker, a very good defender, which is what's holding him back a little bit. But he has just been looking like a dog. He's showing the willing to fight, as you saw in the overtime against the Nets. This man wants to work, and he's actually helped the Cavs be the 6th seed at 99. I think he deserves some sort of all-star love. Even if he doesn't make it, he could definitely get an injury replacement spot. The next guy I have on my list, who I also think isn't confirmed, but could definitely get some love and really should get some love, is Julius Randle, as this man, Julius Randle, has low-key been going off for the New York Knicks, as they are currently the 8th seed, even though they're only 8-11. The fact that the Knicks are the 8th seed when they were projected like the 13th seed before the season started is just crazy. And just the way that Julius Randle broke out is just weird, averaging 22.5 points and 11.3 rebounds. But the best stat before his career high in assists was 3.6 a game. He's currently averaging 6 a game. That's just crazy. He's shooting 46.8% from the field, 35.6% from the 3, and 81.4% from the line. And just how he developed as a playmaker has really helped the Knicks thrive, to be honest. And the fact that Divs is overplaying him a bunch is kind of concerning and could cause maybe like a major injury to come soon, which I'm hoping not. But just the way he's just broken out and being the leader of this Knicks squad is just amazing to see. RJ Barrett hasn't been the most efficient, but the Knicks are still finding a way to win a decent amount of games. It's just amazing to see how Randle is thriving in New York. Next guy I have is Tobias Harris, which I don't know if he can find room to be in the All-Star game, but him low-key being the second best player on the first seed in the East, I think he definitely deserves a bunch of love, as he's been really good. He averaged 20.1 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, and has shot a decent from the field, 52.5% from the field, 46.1% from the three, and 82.1% from the line. There's a lot of guys who are flirting with a 50-49 season, and he's one of those guys, as long as he's able to hit more free throws. I saw him in the game against the Lakers and how they were just so confident in giving him the ball in the clutch. They had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but they chose to give it to Tobias Harris. They ran a play directly for him, and he was able to knock down a clutch shot. It just shows that Tobias Harris has been a huge part to the Sixers' success, and if he keeps this up, he should definitely deserve a bunch of love for the All-Star game. Next up is a guy who's just always underappreciated for some reason. That's Malcolm Brogdon, which this season has low-key been his breakout season, averaging 22.8 points per game, 7.1 assists with 1.4 steals, shooting 45.9% from the field and 41.3% from the three, and shooting 90.5% from the line. Could potentially get his second 50-40-90 season, as he did it in the 18-19 season with the Bucks. And the Pacers have been really good this year as well, as they are currently 11-7 and being the third seed in the East, only behind the Bucks and the Sixers. I already said that Sabonis should definitely be an All-Star, but I think Malcolm Brogdon should be an All-Star too as well. And I'm not just saying he potentially could be an All-Star. I confidently think that he should be an All-Star. If it wasn't for like the whole stack of West guards, as you got Harden coming in, you got Kyrie, you got Bradley Beal, Jaylen Brown, if you consider him a guard. But I think you can still find a way to slip Malcolm Brogdon with just how amazing he has been for the team. And he could definitely be like a wild card for you. And I currently have him as a wild card in my All-Star roster. Next guy who deserves some love is Zach LaVine, as you already know what Zach LaVine does. He's an elite scorer, and people dissed him for not making the All-Star game last year. But he's definitely proven that he wants to be an All-Star and just wants to win in general, as he even broke out from last year, as going from 25 points to 27 points per game. You add on 5.2 rebounds and 5.3 assists, while shooting almost 40% from the three, almost 90% from the line, and you're shooting over 50% from the field. That's just a crazy season for Zach LaVine. And the Bulls aren't the absolutely worst, as they're 7-10. They're currently tied with the Knicks for the 8 seed, but they're currently at the 10 seed. They're flirting with a play-in tournament spot, and I think if the Bulls are able to keep this up, Zach LaVine should be an All-Star with just how productive he's been. He's in the top 10 in scoring leaders, and just the way he has been able to carry the Bulls, who have not looked very well. He's just been able to lead the squad to a really good record with the low expectations the Bulls had, except for some players to break out who really haven't broken out yet. Just the way that Zach LaVine broke out is just amazing to watch. But the last two guys I have, I think could low-key be All-Star starters with how they have been performing. And the first guy I gotta mention is Jaylen Brown. My guy, he has been amazing for the Boston Celtics, as they are currently 10-7 and being the 5th seed in the East. But that's just the top of the East being really well right now. And I think Jaylen Brown has been a huge part of it. You have games where Kemba's out, you have games where Tatum is out, and you're still able to compete to potentially be a top team in the East. Averaging 27.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. Shooting an incredible 52.2% from the field, 44.1% from the three, and having a true shooting percentage of 61.8% is low-key kind of crazy. It's just weird how amazing he has been, posting a way career high in PER. And the way he's just been able to lead the Celtics to certain type of wins. Like there's just these games where he goes against like the Pacers or guys like that, and he's just able to break out for 30, 40 points and able to squeak out a really close dub. It just has been amazing to watch, and I just love his game right now. And he's able to be a really good defender too, as he's been one of the top defenders on the Celtics. He hasn't been the best because, you know, they got a guy named Marcus Smart, but he's just been really amazing for them. And I think he really could be an All-Star starter. I think another guy who could be an All-Star starter is this man, Bradley Beal. No matter what, I don't care how much this team loses, bro. Bradley Beal should definitely be an All-Star, averaging 35 points per game. I do not care. His roster sucks, and he's still averaging 35 points per game on 48.1% from the field and 36.6% from the three. Having to take a lot of shots, he's still able to shoot really efficient for the amount of shots he's taken. And he's just able to lead these scrubs to at least compete with some of these teams. They don't really win games because What else does he have? Russ has been regressing. A lot of their depth has been out, and their young depth hasn't really stepped up. But the way that Bradley Beal has just been playing this season, even though he's having a rough time with the Wizards, he should definitely get a fun time being in the All-Star game. What do you guys think about these 10 players? Comment down below your opinions, and anyone who I missed that deserves at least some sort of All-Star love. Make sure to drop a like, comment down below any videos you want me to do, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out, guys.